Welcome to The Explainer. Forget the fancy trench coats. Real private investigating gets pretty dark. Hollywood loves a glamorous spy, right? But the actual job is filled with wild, unpredictable danger. Case File 1. The Woods at 2 a.m. This really highlights the intense physical risks out there.
A PI tracking a suspected stalker at 2 a.m. had to chase the guy into dense, dark woods.
Way deep in the trees, the investigators stumbled right upon a creepy, foul-smelling shed. Inside, get this, a mannequin in a wheelchair, wearing a blonde wig, holding the victim's photo.
The PI immediately called the cops. The suspect even attacked an officer before they dragged him away.
So, the big takeaway? Surveillance isn't passive. You're walking totally blind into incredibly dangerous, unstable situations. Okay, but what happens when the investigator crosses the line and actually becomes the threat?
Enter Case File 2. A paranoid fiancé hired an unlicensed guy named Shane straight off Craigslist.
Shane showed up in beat-up sweatpants, demanding off-the-books cash to, blend in.
Days later, at 1:16 a.m., Shane demanded an urgent, sneaky meeting at an abandoned house.
Luring the client inside, he started sending these terrifying, cryptic texts from the pitch-black basement. The client barely escaped out of there. It was a literal physical trap set by a scammer. This shows the massive risk of hiring unlicensed people, operating completely outside professional, ethical bounds. Now, our final case asks a seriously chilling question. What happens when the client is the monster?
Case File 3. A woman noticed a gray SUV with tinted windows tracking her every single move.
Terrified, she called the police, only to find out the driver was actually a licensed PI.
Turns out he was hired by Wade, some unstable guy she rejected after just a few dates.
Here's where ethical boundaries kick in. The PI immediately stopped working, warned Wade, and helps authorities. Because the PI reported that completely unhinged behavior, the victim safely secured a restraining order.
So, the ethical code. These crazy cases prove why strict professional boundaries are absolutely crucial.
Legit PIs have to verify client intentions, never work off the books, and constantly anticipate extreme physical danger.
So, next time you think you're totally alone, ask yourself, who might actually be watching you?